And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming directly from the other world. And what I can see here is that there's a lot of things that are brewing up from the other side. And your spiritual guides, your ancestors, and your spiritual team is doing this because they're in support of you. They're in support of you while you're embarking on your spiritual journey. And they are taking actionable steps there, organizing things on your behalf. I can't see exactly what those things are, but what I can see is that there is a lot of energy around them organizing things on your behalf. And on the other side of this is the communication stone or the mineral stone, which suggests that it will behoove you to draw from your ancestors, to draw from the messages and the downloads that they are sending you. But what it calls for you to do is to stand in the feminine energy, to lean on the divine in this particular way. Because there is something that says that this energy must be nurtured in. It must be handled with care and delicacy. So if you are a divine feminine, this is the time to stand in it so that you can properly receive the direct messages. Even if you're a divine masculine, all beings embody both masculine and feminine. But if you are a masculine, this particular time is calling for you to lean on your feminine side, getting rid of the rigidity or this structural pattern that you have followed. Allow yourself to release control and trust in the world of magic, in the world of the spirit, so that the wisdom can come down. This part has the ability to make you feel crazy. Lending your body to the spirit does have the capacity to make you feel all sorts of ways. But it's important to pay attention to the wisdom. Focus on the information that your body will begin to process, because it is leading you towards your light. In this particular context, it has more to do with you being the eyes and the voice from the other world, pushing you in a much higher position or in a new direction. There's something unique about different worlds. Every world has a container or energetic capacity that is quite distinguishable between one world or one dimension to the next. And I can see this distinguishing factor here energetically. But your ancestors are at the forefront. Your spiritual team are at the forefront, saying that you must embody water in order for you to stay in the energetic flow of each dimension. You are a very highly developed and spiritual being. Even by you tapping into this reading, there's still something powerful in it. And in order for you to get the message or to stay in the flow of it, one thing that you can do is to embody water so that you're not frictioned out by all this complexity of being a spiritual being. And this water wisdom will nourish you, will nourish your authenticity a bit more. And what I mean by this is that you can physically go to a body of water so that you can breathe in and pick up the energies so that you can then in turn embody that same frequency. And more on a figurative level is nourishing yourself by seeing very clearly the largeness of your being. You're very powerful. You're highly intuitive. And in order to stay in this flow, you must see the medicine that you're here to carry. In order to do that, you must stand in your fullness. And this is a barrier for you, and I can see that. This is a barrier. This is what's holding you back. And this is a challenge that comes with living in the 3D, living in the mundane world. It's not as highly spiritual. And if you constantly go through life just living a human experience, you're going to miss out on your blessings. Miss out on the community that's awaiting you. And this is something you understand. However, the energy has the ability to malfunction your mind, because the psyche and the consciousness picking up the downloads from the other world and not being properly flushed out can cause significant challenges for you. This isn't about accepting a role. It's more so to do with you standing in it and understanding what it means to provide yourself with the proper self-care, spiritual self-care. And this is part of the reason why I build spiritual technologies for people like you, spiritual people who are living in the mundane world. It's very hard to stay spiritual and embody the fullness of it without proper technology. And I will continue to develop that and to develop those items for people who are embarking on spiritual journeys, because you need it. You need something to keep you fueled and keep you going. And I have these technologies available on my website. So be sure to check out the link which is in the bio, because it has everything to do with your ability to take action and to stay true to yourself, because you are devoted. You're a devoted person. You're a devoted being, and you're committed to the process. You've studied, you've learned, you cultivated relationships so that you could stand in your power, because it's about healing. But this water wisdom is needed for you at this particular time to ground yourself fully, because the type of sophistication that you have has the ability to cultivate very powerful relationships that would not only heal you, but also the people around you. Healing behavioral challenges, healing complex issues within your interpersonal relationships, from your family, from your friends, to the people that are closest to you, that will bring them change and transition so that they can embark on their own healing journey, birthing out a very otherworldly presence out into the community. And that's what this is about. Being a highly spiritual being with a very complex mission, traveling through dimensions from the spirit world to the world of nature, and connecting with the elements from the world around you. Gathering up wisdom, gathering up insight, gathering up your tools so that you can bring it to the people, so that they can start their healing journey. Period.